We are so excited to have with us today one of the great thinkers and great talkers in America today. You may know him from The Man Show, Loveline, from his enormously popular podcast. He's here with us today with a new book. It's a memoir of his life called Not Taco Bell Material. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Carolla.
Yeah, it's me. Thanks, Beth.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. All right, we're going to get into some questions I have for you. First of all,
Sure.
I've been powering through this book, which is, it's so entertaining, it's so funny.
Oh, thanks.
You're very welcome. One of my favorite things are these tangents you have, which are actually tangents.
Tangents. Yeah, that's why I get the big bucks.
Yeah,
thought-
it's so funny.
Well, I had a lot of tangents in the book, and then I thought at a certain point, maybe we should have a little designation to let people know I'm going on a tangent.
Right.
And then I thought, tangent. I don't even know if it's spelled the same way, but it'd be funny if we had a little icon of a tan gentleman.
It is funny. I think this way too. I think tangentially. And speaking of, just kidding.
That's good.
Thanks.
That was just pow.
Yes, thank
real
you
time.
for the backup props on that. But I'm wondering how many tangents had to get cut. Basically, the editing process in general. How long was this book? I feel like you might have another book in the backup that's like with everything that was edited.
There was like a bunch of. No, we didn't cut a lot, as I recall. They always cut a fair bit, but for some reason, this book was all stories of my life, and my last book was a lot of jokes, and I was dealing with an editor who may not have gotten every one of my jokes. So there was a lot of like, this one's not that funny, so why don't we get rid of this one? But this is more stories from my life. So other than, there was a chapter about how I just don't believe the Holocaust ever existed, and she said maybe we should cut that one.
Save that one.
And she said, don't talk about it. Oh, anyway, we can edit that out. But other than my denial of the Holocaust chapter, they're all in there.
No
Everything's in
denial.
there.
So you've had tons of odd jobs doing all kinds of crazy things. And in here you describe your worst job ever, but do you want to maybe as a little teaser, and because it's so awful, describe for us that worst job?
I had a series of horrible jobs and or professions, but it wasn't like, I was, in between, semesters at college, like summer semester or whatever, like I had a bad job. That was my life, bad jobs.
Right.
Like it wasn't like, some people have that, and I hate these pussies, by the way, that's the P word. Where they go like,
Alerted.
in between semesters, like I worked a whole summer on my uncle's farm before I had to go back to Stanford and finish up my law degree. And it's like, all right, that's fine, but it's temporary. The jobs I had were a life sentence.
Yeah, your life.
Just digging ditches, swinging hammers, like working on construction sites, just like dirty, no pay. Cleaning carpets, I think, was my worst gig.
Yeah.
McDonald's sucked too.
Right. One last question is, what is it like now that you finally, you're doing your own thing? How awesome is it to not feel after working all these jobs and working for the man for so long? How does it feel to be in charge of your destiny and your career right now?
It feels like it doesn't suck.
Great. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, Adam is going to be responding to your questions on Twitter. But first is one of our favorite product displacements from Captain Hippo. This is Church.